It was a trip meant to celebrate almost 5 decades of marriage, but it ended in tragedy for one East Tennessee family. How dangerous rip currents took a wife, mother, and grandmother from her family on a trip to Oak Island, North Carolina.
It was Mom's habit to swim out to the other side of where the waves were breaking so that she could just float there.
Joy Chadwick is remembering her mother's love for the ocean.
We would tease that we would have to drag her back in by her hair.
On a trip to Oak Island, North Carolina, Tony Watts and her husband were celebrating their 46th wedding anniversary with a family trip.
They said that my parents could stay longer so that Dad could have, some sort of vacation while he was feeling well.
Tony in the water while her husband was on land. A trek out into the deep blue sea ended when Tony went missing out of her husband's sight, only to reappear a short time later, face down.
I don't have the words to adequately describe what that was like in my perspective here, but I can't even begin to imagine what he was feeling.
Joy says her mother was someone everyone loved and a firm believer in a higher power.
Had no idea the amount of people that she touched or the amount of work that she did at the church. And, she didn't want you to know any of those things. That wasn't why she was doing it.
Taking solace, knowing where she's at now and how many people she had an impact on in her life. She hopes her mother's tragic story brings awareness to all who take a walk into the ocean.
Do your research and know that there are safety systems that should be in place, and whether they're readily accessible or you need to do a little bit of digging once you get to where you're going, just do it. Just do it. Take a few minutes and maybe you won't have the same outcome as our family has.
Watts is the third person to die at Oak Island in a month from what officials in North Carolina say are because of rip currents in the Atlantic Ocean. Now officials are saying beachgoers and swimmers need to be aware of what to watch out for. Flags on the beach, difference in waves or bubbles in the ocean, moving out instead of in. All of this to keep vacationers and even people from that area safe, hoping that a trip to the beach doesn't end tragically.
We're on an ocean. You never know what's out there. You never know what kind of conditions are underwater. We can't see underneath there. Yellow flag means go up to your knees only. There's a reason for that, because then the waves are getting bigger.
Chadwick says they don't recall seeing flags or many warning signs on the beach that her family was swimming at.